Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Brian, and today I'm talking Love Island Australia Season 5, Episode 27. All right, guys, it's family day. Islanders get a text that their family is going to be calling in to meet them or talk to them and their couple. Um, and honestly, guys, like nothing really crazy to report on here. Tyra's dad kind of was grilling and in a joking way, Kale. Before the Kale met Tyra's parents, he was a little worried about like how he would come off with all these tattoos. When they're talking to Kale's parents, Kale's sister and cousin was there, and Reed made a comment back because the other Islanders who are not talking to the parents can see what's going on back in the bedroom. And Reed makes a comment that was like, "Hey, I think I know Kale. I think I've seen Kale's sister before." And like Chloe like gives him like an ice stare, turn around like that's just something you got to keep to yourself, man. Especially like after all the interactions he's had like on like dating apps with some of the people that have been on the show previously. George's sister asked if her and Nate have had sex. The Zach was calling Reed a politician because he was just dancing and talking so much around answers, and it actually was just kind of like crazy. He was like super long winded. Basically, answered a question for like 2 minutes when really he could have just said one thing and it would have been all right. They get a text later in the evening to meet around the fire pit, and they have to vote for as a couple. So they get one vote per couple who they think is the least compatible couple wise. And only two couples really came up here. And honestly, like, again, this is just the I'm friends with everybody voting system here. So Zach and Lucinda voted for Nate and Georgia. Nate and Georgia voted for Clint and Savannah. Chloe and Reed voted for Clint and Savannah. Savannah and Clint voted for Nate and Georgia. And Tyra and Kale voted for Nate and Georgia. So that means that Nate and Georgia are now dumped from the island. I don't really understand how Clint and Savannah are safe. They've known each other for a week. Um, I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. But I just I found that to be very funny and stupid. But let me know if you disagree. If you think that Nate and Georgia should went home, tell me why. And if you're, yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was ridiculous. Like you knew it was coming because the original girls are just like they're going nowhere. And then Sophie Monk comes back and she's like, "Hey, by the way, we're not doing things like we normally do on the show. We're going to switch it up a little bit." And basically, she comes back and she says, "Like, you're individually, if you would take this dollar amount, would you leave the game? And if you left the game right now, and your partner didn't also take the money, they would be dumped from the island." And basically, so she started with $5,000, bumped up to 10, bumped up to 15, bumped it up to 20. 20 was the final offer. So she made a good point where she's like, I mean, the most you're going to get in a split is $25,000. So, and the chances of you got to win first to get that $25,000. So we end on a cliffhanger here, and they show a bunch of people like Sophie made everyone like spread out, and it actually was. I actually thought the editing at the end was funny. Like, uh, they were right before they hit us with a to be continued. Like everyone's looking around, and everybody like, and you couldn't talk either, so you're looking around, and Reed like shuffles his leg to make it look like he's standing up, which I think if I'm gonna think about like who would take the money, and I think there is really only four options here. I think it's Reed, I think it's Clint, I think it could be Chloe, and I think it could be Savannah. I don't think anybody else. I would be shocked if anybody else in that if Tyra or Kale take the money, but like Zach and Lucinda, we already know they're still together or technically still together. So I can't see them taking the money. I can't. That would be wild if they do. But I mean, it would be great. It would be great as a viewer. But I kind of feel like it's going to be Reed or Clint because I mean they've only known each other. And honestly, Savannah, I mean, like she could take it too. I mean, like just because you take the money doesn't mean that you don't like the person. Um, so I'm super interested to see how that goes. And somebody commented yesterday, and I just want to say again, guys and gals, I really appreciate the comments on these videos. I'm really glad that somebody's watching it with me, and I appreciate the comments so much. And somebody said that the finale is actually tomorrow, so or is Monday. So that made me feel a lot better that we don't need to wait till like we don't have to wait 2 more days on Wednesday. It's just I think just keep it moving. I keep it moving. I think the show has been a lot better when there's eliminations going on pretty much every other day and pretty frequently. And when there's just the dead time and the dumb dates, it just doesn't hit. And I think like to keep the momentum going, you gotta like just keep the show going. So I appreciate the comments. I will be back tomorrow. Oh, this is no, this is only yeah, we have an episode tomorrow, I think. I think so. It's Wednesday. Yeah. So Monday. Maybe I was just doing my math wrong. I might have been on the schedule of Surviving Barstool that it was only 3 days a week. So yeah. So I guess we have enough. I'll be back tomorrow, and I will try to get this out because I have been off like taking care of my kids. So we'll see on the timeline for when I get it out tomorrow for Thursday's episode. But again, thanks for watching. Make sure to check all of our other stuff. We have The Amazing Race season 35 finale tonight, so we'll have a review out later this evening. And Survivor 45 keeps on going, and Surviving Barstool finale is tonight. So we will have a episode for that as well. So this is our busy part of the end of the week is usually our busier portion of dropping episodes. So make sure to check all that stuff out, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. See you.